Hey everybody, welcome to episode 5 of ERT. I am Derrick.
And I'm Kara.
So today is pretty much just going to be answering your questions. I sent out a late questionnaire today, but some of you responded, which was awesome. So let's just get right to it. All right, so the first question I have is from a Wild Walter, best family coaster model. So not family coaster, but family coaster model.
The first thing that comes to mind is, I don't know what the model is called, but there's one at like Dutch Wonderland, like Merlin's Mayhem, and then there's one at Dollywood, like it's like
the family suspended roller coaster.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, so you're talking about Merlin's Mayhem and then like Dragon Flyer.
Yeah.
They're different manufacturers, those two ones are, but it's the same. It's
the same model. That's what we're going for, right? Model, yes.
Yes, I think that's a great pick. I also like, I don't know if there's actually per se a quote-unquote model, but it's by Gerstlauer. It's like a Gerstlauer family coaster, Fire Chaser Express.
Oh, yeah.
Because that ride has like the tire launch, the backwards portion, the traditional lift and all that, and theming and whatnot. It's pretty cool.
The only thing with, I think both of those, well, all of the roller coasters we've mentioned, I don't think Leander could ride any of them, could he? He's 40 inches tall. Can he ride Fire Chaser Express?
I think he can ride Fire Chaser Express. I'm not sure about the Dragon Flyer. I think that one's 42, 44. I don't know.
So, are there any family coasters that Leander can ride?
I mean, then you're looking at like, I don't know, like Disney coasters.
Okay.
Which he rode 2 of those anyways there.
He rode Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
And Big Thunder Mountain.
I thought there was another one.
No, I think those are the ones that we rode, was just those. He didn't ride Slinky Dog Dash.
Oh, and he could have.
Yes, he could have, but he didn't get on it. And that's a Mach family coaster.
I like that.
So the next question we have, I like this question. It's from We the Coasters. He is saying B&M dive coasters or B&M wing coasters. Which one do we like more?
Ooh,
so
that's a really good question.
For me, the best way how I would put it is if I get to take the old style restraints on the dive coasters like SheiKra and Griffin, I would probably prefer the dive coaster. But if I go with a modern vest restraint, then it's 100% the wing coaster. I like Gatekeeper, and obviously Thunderbird was really fun.
Does Valraven have the vest?
It does.
Restraints that you're talking about? You don't like those?
No, I think it just restricts you too much. You don't get as much airtime.
Oh, okay. I like the wing coasters.
Okay, so you just pick wing coaster overall.
I would just pick wing coasters.
So yeah, I pick old style restrained dive coaster.
But yeah, I like wing coasters because they're very unique and different.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every coaster drops.
So the next question we have is from Charged on PC, and he says, what camera gear do we use?
Oh, this is a great question.
Yeah, so for me, we're shooting this on a Lumix GH6 or Panasonic GH6. And I also have a GH5. It's a micro 4/3? Is that correct? Mm-hmm. How you say it correctly? I think I have a 25 millimeter lens on this right now. So that pretty much means it's equivalent to a 50 millimeter full frame lens. Mm. So what equipment do you use?
So for photos, I use a Canon. I shoot with a Canon R6, which is a mirrorless camera. And I primarily use, for roller coasters, a 70 to 200 lens. For photos. I use my phone.
I was going to say, I have a Note 20 Ultra that I use for some vlogging and whatnot. Oh, and I also have my GoPro. I have the Hero 9. And then you have what, the iPhone 12 Ultra or something?
I have the 12 Pro, which is what I do all my vlogging with. So, okay. Yeah. I don't take any pictures with my phone, though.
Okay, and so the last series of questions that I have actually comes from my friend Jeff on Instagram. I asked him to send me some questions. So yeah, we can kind of, he gave us 6 questions, so we'll kind of try to run through these as fast as we can. So the first one was, what other hobbies do we have?
Hobbies?
Hobbies.
What are hobbies?
Yeah. So I actually went to school for music. So I play the piano and I sing. I'm a tenor, and so I don't know. That's something. Also, I
You want to
enjoy.
sing something for us?
Yeah, no, not right now.
Oh, why not? Come on, it'd be great.
Why? I don't know. Like,
Okay, well,
oh,
we're fine.
holy night. There you
Wow,
go.
that's really high.
Yeah, who knows? Anyways, so yeah, I play video games, watch movies, stuff like that.
What do I do as a hobby? I guess I like to read.
You do read some books.
I do read a few books here and there. But I don't know. I'm a wife and a mother, and we have 2 children, and I'm a full-time.
She has no life.
I have no life. I'm a full-time wedding photographer, and I help Derrick with X Scream Thrills stuff, and yeah, I don't really have any hobbies. I'm very boring.
So the next question is, do you think another B&M Hyper or Giga coaster will come to the USA? Yeah, I think that's an easy yes.
Of course.
I know there's been rumors about Six Flags Great Adventure, but definitely a Hyper. I'm sure that another parks end up going down the road with a Hyper, and I'm sure we'll get a Giga.
What about Dollywood? Isn't there rumor of something
They've
coming
always
to
talked
Dollywood?
about a building a Hyper or something, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Kennywood. No, just kidding.
No, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
Then since this just happened, so the Mach Tower at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, I guess, is getting removed, which I'm kind of not surprised. That ride seemed to have a lot of issues. Like had a lot of downtime, and a lot of people didn't really care for it as a drop tower, anyways.
Have you ever ridden it?
I have not.
Neither have I.
So, I mean, it was closed the one time I was there, and then the other times I just
I feel like it's always closed every time we're there.
No, it's been open, but I don't ride drop towers that often, obviously, for my getting stuck on that the Wind Seeker. But anyway, so the next question, we didn't really actually answer Mach Tower. I don't know, replace it. I could see one of those observation towers, another drop tower, or nothing. That's pretty much how I'd look at it. They could just tear it down and it'll just be a nice little garden there. I don't know.
It's not a big footprint.
No, it's not. So I don't know. Like I said, it could be another observation tower, like a sky flyer or star flyer.
Oh, okay. When you said observation tower, I was thinking
totally messed up, like
Kings Island, Kings Dominion Tower. That's not what you mean.
No, that or another drop tower, like one by S&S. That's a little bit more reliable.
Okay, yeah.
Or nothing.
Or nothing. Probably nothing. It'll probably be a restaurant.
No, that's not Cedar Fair.
Oh, that's true.
It's Busch Gardens.
This is Busch Gardens.
Next question is, says, thoughts on the new Extreme Maurer Spike Coaster concept. So this kind of just released. I don't even know if you saw it.
I've never even seen this. What is this?
To be truly honest, I didn't dive too deep into it because I was trying to figure out when I was looking at the concept art if this was actually kind of like their motorbike one where it's kind of you control the speed or it's a set speed. So it's not quote unquote a true coaster.
So it's like a mountain coaster?
No, it's those aren't a mountain coaster. It's it's electronically controlled.
When you say you control the speed.
Yeah, like a motorbike. It's literally driving like a motorbike. Have you seen those before?
No.
They just built one on a cruise ship. Do you remember seeing that on the cruise ship?
I've seen that. I didn't realize that you could control.
Yes, it's literally driving a bike. You have a throttle and you go.
It sounds like fun.
I mean, it looks interesting. I don't have high hopes for the company in some ways. I don't know. That's just me because the only other true coaster experience I've had with Maurer, as far as I can think off the top of my head, it has to be Rip Ride Rocket at Hollywood at Universal Studios, which I thought wasn't that good.
No, it's not good.
But I mean, they are trying some different things. Their whole thing is it's supposed to be also a new type of seatbelt, or it's just a seatbelt and you can go upside down. I was first I was well, how's that any different than any other roller coaster like Velocicoaster that just has the lap bar? But I think they're saying it's not a lap bar; it's actually a seatbelt.
So, what is the intended target park for this kind of a ride? Is this a fun spot kind of a ride?
No. This is a big higher end coaster. So Cedar Fair or Busch Gardens or higher end theme parks.
Okay.
That's
how does this work for capacity wise though?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's just a concept, so I have no idea. Like I said, I didn't really read the full brochure on it, but It does have this interesting element, as you can see in like the concept art, where it's kind of like it does like a top hat, but it goes upside down in the top hat. So it's like it looks like it's almost like a mushroom. Like you come in and then you rotate outside, it'll go upside down, and then you rotate in. It's really weird looking. I don't know, but
That sounds interesting.
that's why I thought it was like that controlled speed thing, but I could be wrong because the bikes it kind of looked like those bike seats, but I don't know. Well, interesting nonetheless. We'll see if it gets any light of day. I kind of have a feeling it's like one of those concepts that might never happen. It's just there. Which, speaking of which, he actually brings it up. He says, "Are any coaster models that you think will not be bought by any park?" That I think is a good contender.
Yeah.
What about? I know we always keep hearing this talks about the T-Rex track by RMC. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking about. I think somebody will buy that eventually.
They keep threatening it, but we've never really seen it.
I don't think it's gonna happen in the next year or
there
two.
were some compact coaster ideas. I think Mach Ride had. It was kind of like sort of like the response to like the Premier Ride Skyrocket 2 model, like Tempesto and stuff. But it's a little bit more compact, and it could use their extreme spinning coaster trains. And it looked interesting, but I mean nobody's bought it yet. It's just been there. Kind of like even Intamin had like a couple other versions too, like their response to the Skyrocket 2. No, they do have the one that is at American Dream, which we didn't ride. It was the Sandy's Blasting Broncos.
Oh, it was closed.
Yeah, and I hear it's closed a lot too. So yeah, and they also have like the larger version of that. So I don't know if we'll ever see one of those. Zimperler also has their version of another one of these Skyrocket 2 models, and it's called that one is called, I think it's called like the double heart, the double giant heart or something. So it's pretty much same concept. You know, it's a shuttle coaster, launches back and forth, but then it goes up top and it does like an inversion, and then it looks like a heart. Is the best way to put it. And then it does it again, and it looks like a heart. And it's massive. Like I think it's definitely above 150 feet. It's like somewhere between 150 and 200 feet or something. It's like this giant. But that's all it does. It does that one element, and then it does the second element, and then it's done or something. But I don't know.
Sounds interesting.
Zimperla, I mean, they haven't really had too much success with their big coasters, which we've never done it. But there's, I think, is what Thunderbolt at oh darn it, Coney Island or something, or one of the little parks there, Coney Island in New York City. And then they also have the one at oh man, Owa, I think that's what it's called, Owa. It's that new park. But that whole park, it's like all Zamperla. But so anyways, let's see. I think he had one other question. He says, do you think any manufacturers will go out of business in the next 5 to 10 years?
I'm thinking through manufacturers.
I mean, 5 to 10 years, I mean, so many things could happen.
A lot of things can happen.
It all comes down to those who innovate and stay alive and those who don't and crash and burn. Like S&S, their coaster side, I don't know if has been like really taking off, but S&S is also owned by Sansai Technologies, which also has Vekoma underneath it. So that one's a little bit more complicated. But they also, S&S has their S&S launch towers, which parks buy those. They seem to be always popping. I don't know. I think it could be like a smaller company. The wooden coasters, like Great Coasters International and Gravity Group, I think they've been doing very well for themselves, like keeping themselves relevant by either creating like their steel track or doing like these major renovations on wooden coasters. Like, let's see, Great Coasters International did that refab on Ghost Rider. Gravity Group did the one for Beast. And then I don't think they actually said if Grizzly at King's Dominion was getting refurbished by any particular manufacturer. It might just be all in-house, but because I think like GCI, no, or let's say even Rocky Mountain Construction does some of those occasionally.
Who's doing the one with the circular lift hill?
That's Great Coasters International.
Okay.
So yeah, they definitely been keeping themselves relevant. I mean, obviously, as for wooden coasters like Mystic Timbers, that thing is still butter smooth. It's 5 years old.
Holland.
And it's a wooden coaster, but it feels smooth as just pretty much any steel coaster, which is surprising to say because most wooden coasters, even after a couple years, it'd be some like some little riggediness to it, but that thing is still like super smooth.
It's a great ride.
Yeah.
Except for
So-
the end.
Oh well, yeah, the shed's kind of lackluster, but so that's pretty much all the questions that we have for today.
I have questions.
You have questions.
I have questions. Very important questions.
Important questions.
I have questions for Derrick.
Okay.
Okay, so all of my questions revolve around the Golden Ticket Awards.
The Golden Ticket Awards. So if anybody doesn't know what the Golden Ticket Awards, that's like that. I can't remember who actually hosts the thing, but it's pretty much just like, I don't know, Oscars for theme parks.
Oscars for theme parks. Okay, so the Golden Ticket Awards was started in 1998 by Amusement Today.
Okay, Amusement Today.
Okay, and they shine a spotlight on the amusement park industry by recognizing the best of the best. Okay, so that's their little like spiel. So I have a couple of questions based around the Golden Ticket Awards that were handed down in September of 2022.
Okay, so the ones that just happened a couple months
So
ago.
yes, like the current Golden Ticket Awards. All right. So, what award did Kennywood win this year?
What award did Kennywood win?
They were awarded like a special award. This isn't like a standard award. This is something special.
It has to do something about kangaroo,
Yes.
like revitalizing a classic or something
Yes.
like that.
So they gave Kennywood they called it the Renaissance Award in honor of the rebirth of the kangaroo.
Okay.
Okay, got it? All right, cool. So, what was the best new roller coaster of 2022 according to the Golden Ticket Awards?
2022, I mean, my gut reaction would be Iron Gwazi.
Yes.
Okay. That was kind of easy.
That was easy. Okay, good. So they always award the number one steel coaster and the number one wooden coaster. And a lot of these coasters win like recurring over and over again. So what did they name the number one steel coaster and the number one wooden coaster?
So pretty much, so for those two, like for wooden coaster, it's almost always like what, Voyage, El Toro, or Phoenix. Of all things, it's Phoenix. Steel coaster, I feel like it's like Millennium Force, Fury 325. I feel like Steel Vengeance got its hand thrown in there. I mean, I feel like Velocicoaster should be involved in that, but it's probably not. Is the wooden coaster, is it Phoenix?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What do you have against Phoenix?
It's fine, but it's not the best wooden roller coaster out there. It's still a good ride, but it's nostalgia and whatever. Steel, it's not Steel Vengeance, is it?
No.
No, is it Fury 325?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is acceptable. I mean, Fury
It's
325 it's 7 years old now, which if you can believe that. It's a fantastic roller coaster. It was my favorite roller coaster for all of like 1 year of
For like a month.
2021. It was longer than 1 month, but like 6 months.
It was very exciting to finally get to ride Fury.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's still a very high ranking for me.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 options for this next question. So, who won the best food of 2022? Was it Knoebels, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, or Europa Park?
So Europa Park always seems to win like the prettiest or the best theme park award. Food-wise, surprisingly, Kennywood has won a lot.
Are you serious?
And yes, they have. I don't quite get it. I know it has to do as like, okay, they have their food is actually very reasonably priced. Like you can get like a burger for like $3 or something.
Wait, you said Kennywood.
Wait, Kennywood? I meant to say Knoebels.
I was
because
gonna
you
say-
said Knoebels in the lineup.
Knoebels
So,
is one of the
I don't
choices, but
think-
you said Kennywood.
Yeah,
that's why I
that's
was
me.
like, wait, I
Kennywood,
don't
Knoebels, they
think
sound the
so.
same in my brain sometimes.
I mean, Kennywood does have
Um,
the potato patch fries, but I
yes.
don't think it's enough to push them over the top.
But Knoebels, yes, I'm trying to think. Because I know they have won it. Busch Gardens has won it. Is this Knoebels again?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't quite get that one. Like, their food is okay. I mean, we've had it, but I don't know if there's like some secret meal that we're just skipping when we go there. That
Yes. So if you know of like the secret amazing food at Knoebels,
like their ice cream, I thought was fine. I've tried multiple different ice cream stands there.
maybe it's their loaf, the loaf shaped
the
building.
bread store or whatever.
Have we ever eaten there? Gone
I
in
don't
there?
think so.
I don't think so. Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Oops, my phone went off. Okay. Okay, so last question. Dollywood was named the best in 3 different categories. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 6. You pick the 3.
Okay.
Okay, got it? All right, so 6 categories. Best kids area, most beautiful park, best Christmas event, best new show of 2022, best family park, and best guest experience.
So I'm gonna say the Christmas event
Yep.
is one.
That's one of
'cause
them.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that one. And since Dollywood is very much known for their shows, it's probably the best new show.
Nope.
It's not? Oh, okay. Is it best guest experience or whatever you said?
Yes.
Okay. And then the last one, there was what? Prettiest theme park, and then you said best kids area. I feel like the best kids area isn't right, but it could be. Is it that for the Wildwood Grove?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So Dollywood won best in best kids area, best Christmas event, and best guest experience.
I mean, the Wildwood Grove, I think that's what it's called. I mean, our kids enjoyed it, but
it's fun.
like, was it usually like Planet Snoopy? I like Kings Island usually seems to win it a lot, but I don't know. It's okay.
So just for your like,
it'll be better
FYI.
next year with Big Bear Mountain.
Oh yeah, it'll be fantastic. Most beautiful park was Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Won that one.
Okay.
The best family park went to Dutch Wonderland.
Okay.
And the best new show,
I have no idea,
went to Six Flags Over Texas.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
For their show called Christmas at the Southern Palace.
Oh, okay. So probably one of those indoor like nativity scenes, I wonder. Because I remember they used to do something like that was at Six Flags Fiesta Texas growing up. They did like this big nativity, live animals and all that during their Christmas event. I think we went twice. But yeah. Was Europa Park on that list at all? Like best theme park or something?
Yes, Europa Park is on there, and they were named best amusement park.
Okay, best amusement park.
Best amusement park. That's what it says.
Okay, which they're definitely a theme park, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Theme park, amusement park.
They're interchangeable.
I guess I did okay. I mean, some of us always seems to be predictable every year, so maybe next year Velocicoaster will get like best steel coaster or something.
Probably not.
I don't know. So 2023, I feel like the winner for best roller coaster is going to be Air Force One or Wildcats Revenge because RMC always seems to take that award. If that circuit breaker opens, that could take the award, but who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Well, that's going to wrap up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you have some questions, feel free to shoot them down in the comments and maybe we'll bring them up in our next video. Christmas is right around the corner, so this might be our last episode before the end of the year, but hopefully not. We'll maybe try to squeeze one more out until before the end of the year. But have a great holiday season, and thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas!